Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to share with you my opinion about the Edifier R1700BTs. These are affordable bookshelf Bluetooth speakers for those who are looking to upgrade from, let's say, laptop quality speakers. Now I bought them in just a bit over $100, and the reason for that because I started listening to music a lot lately and I wasn't satisfied listening to music from my computer, and I didn't want to listen to music using my headphones. So this should be for me for both gaming, some games, usually I play with headphones, depends on the game, music, and watching movies. Now I did my research and I was kind of narrowing down things and eventually I came across that, well, these ones might be good for me. Of course I'm going to test it out. If I don't like them, I can always return them and get something else. Now I can tell you that I decided to stay with them, and of course in this video I'm going to share with you the reasons, some sound tests. Nothing professional here, but maybe it's going to be enough for you to help you decide if you're thinking about buying those speakers. Now inside the headset you're going to have the remote control, you're going to have the auxiliary cables, RCA cables, and the connector to the electricity will actually going to be from the active speaker. There's both active and passive speaker. The active speaker has the buttons, the other one just the connector, which you're going to connect the auxiliary from the active speaker to the passive speaker. Now keep in mind, these are Bluetooth 5 speakers, so basically all I need to do is just connect between the two speakers and to the electricity outlet, and that's all. Everything else will be transmit from my laptop computer to the speaker itself. Now, as you can see, that it's actually V-shaped, and I thought it's going to be larger, but to my surprise, they're actually, well, perfect size for me. Some actually prefer smaller size, depends, of course, on your setup, on your room, and where you want to put them. Now, I haven't decided whether I'm going, where exactly I'm going to put them. Right now, this is going to be side by side, beside my monitor, but later on, I'm probably going to put them a bit upper ear level. But right now, I'm happy with the size. Basically, they're not too large as I thought they would be. Here you can see on the active speaker, you can see the treble, the bass, and the volume speaker, which also act as a on-off switch. Now, in terms of durability, it feels durable, it feels strong. When I tap it, it feels very, very good. It's not like cheap plastic or anything. It's just the wood there, both at the side, at the top. It feels really nice. Same goes to the finishing, kind of rounded a bit in the corners. It just looks really, really good. Now we can take the cover off, but again, even the cover connection is very kind of fits in place very smoothly, and you feel, again, everything just feels high quality. And again, remember, these are cheap speakers, so I didn't expect it actually to be such high quality, and it is. Now, in terms of what I was actually looking for, I was looking for active speakers, so I don't need external amplifier. So the amplifier actually be optimized for the speaker, built-in Bluetooth, decent bass and rich mood elevating sound for my favorite genres, movies and video games. A front bass reflex port intended because I intend to put it near a wall, so I didn't want the back one. Something well constructed, and again, something dense and sturdy material that is known for its also acoustic properties. Something suitable for near field as well. So if I'm setting like around 1 meter, 3.3 feet from workspace, it can actually be good as well. Not too bass heavy, not too treble heavy. So I really want to like the sound that I hear. A wide soundstage will give you a sense of immersion when listening to music, and relatively compact. Connecting was actually pretty simple. Well, until I realized that I need to turn it on at the back. And once I did, I was able to turn the button, just pressing it, and it actually turned on. Then I just press the Bluetooth button on the controller, and it's actually the blue button color actually flashes. Then in Windows, I went to the Bluetooth and add a Bluetooth device. Then add device, and the device was located and I could actually finish it. Also, my Lenovo laptop pops this one up, but I decided to say no thanks. It's Nahimic, something from Nahimic. Anyway, I didn't want to use it, so I moved on. And of course, those will recognize it as a speaker. So yeah, a few images, by the way, so you can actually see the textures better. Just so you know, I didn't really care about the look. Some really care about this thing. They wanted to fit the room. For me, the sound was the most important thing. If I can find something with the colors that I like, yeah, but if not, I don't care. Eventually, it will be used for, you know, if I'm not satisfied with the sound, what does it matter how it looks? I won't actually use it at all. One thing to note here that the blue little light on the speaker actually stays on, just of course static, it's not flashing after you connect it. I don't know, we can of course cover it with something, but again, it's just weird that it's actually active. But yeah, it's really not interfering me at all, but I'm just saying, just so you know, that the little light there will be active on the active speaker. It's kind of a little blue light. Now when it comes to sound test, well, honestly, I just have something little for you, but again, take it as a grain of salt. I recorded using again my HyperX microphone, and my room is far from being acoustic to actually test it. The microphone is actually for speaking, not for recording, something like that. So this is where I actually recommend listening to other channels when it comes to testing this speaker, because I just don't have the right equipment. But I record something for you for what it's worth. Enjoy. Now let's talk about the important thing that I cared about and whether they actually work well in the speaker. All right, we start with the bass. So I can tell you that I'm very satisfied. This is kind of a bass that's, you know, again, because I'm playing in a small room, I didn't want something, let alone using a subwoofer, which by the way, I can connect to it if I want to. There's an option for that, but of course this doesn't come with it. It's kind of a warm, mood elevating, just the right amount. Of course, I can actually, you know, increase it even more if I want to, or reduce it if I want something less. But definitely when it comes to bass, for considering my room size, which is small, it just felt great. And the thing is that I was actually listening to something and I'm reducing the bass and, you know, the lows, and then I realized, well, it's just flat, and I really just didn't enjoy it as much. I listened to different songs and on Spotify, and then I realized, wow, this is missing so much. I mean, it was a huge difference. So being able to, again, having to really push the bass forward was actually very important for me to have it. And I can tell you, don't expect, of course, something, you know, extraordinary. For this you need a subwoofer or a very higher quality speaker, but it's just the perfect amount for what I need. It's just amazing. It's just the perfect amount. It's there, definitely, but don't expect something like very boomy. You won't find it here. I also wanted a rich sound, you know, something that, you know, fills you up, you know, something that the sound feels rich and not flat. I was listening before that, you know, some higher quality comparison between, for example, the MR4, this one, and many other speakers as well. And if you're interested, these are some of them that I was looking at, that I read good reviews about them and listened to and compared them quite heavily. And eventually, I decided to buy, you know, this one, what I have right now. The other thing I was worried about, how it would sound if I put the speakers relatively close to me. And again, another thing that I'm happy with, it sounds great. Again, once I put more things into the room and make it more acoustic, I know it's going to sound much better. I know it. I mean, know it for a reason, because even my laptop, when I put it in another place, a bigger place, it sounds terrible. I brought it to the small room, it sounds much better. So acoustics are everything, and it's very, very important to make sure that if you really want to enjoy even those little speakers, cheap little speakers, improving the acoustics can really make a big difference. So again, listening up close, not a problem. The other thing is I wanted it to sound good when I play low volume or high volume as well. This is of course not having distortions, and again works well. I listen it to, you know, relatively low volume, it sounds great. Of course, it really kind of you know, pinch very well when you kind of go into the mids, but it sounds good even on lower volume. So yeah, works very well. And I can tell you there are no distortions. I really put the volume really up, and it was clear as I was actually listening it to in mid volume as well. So really happy with that as well. Another thing was important for me is immersion. I really want to feel that, the singer is here. I really want to feel the presence kind of in a wide area, and it works very, very well for these speakers. But actually I was surprised how good it was. For example, I was listening to Ellen Page. I know him so well. It's just so beautiful on the speakers. And of course, listening to many things. For example, Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father, sounds amazing. I listened to some of the 90s, Rock With You with Bobby Brown, some classics, Toy Soldiers for Martika, Tattoo for Lorraine, the Eurovision, Interstellar, and some Japanese music and other things. Basically, they just sound great. The other thing that I felt maybe in the mid-range of volume, just better separation. But again, considering the fact that I'm just using like something that costs between $100 and $150, I mean, I won't complain. So overall, yes, I'm very satisfied. I mean, things that I really liked, the construction is amazing. It looks cool, but again, this is something very subjective. It's very easy installation with Bluetooth, very easy. The bass is great. It's just so, I don't know, like, it just feels smooth, rounded, and it just feels good. Considering the fact that, again, I'm not using any external subwoofer here. I'm very satisfied with it. I mean, exactly what I wanted, not too overwhelmed, and it fits my little room. Great. The rich sound, the sound is very rich. I'm really enjoying different type of genres. Again, maybe for some of them it might be less than others, but overall my enjoyment in terms of immersion with the music is great. And again, in terms of size, small enough not to be an interference, and can put them on the desk and it's fine. Again, the buttons, the control on the side, smooth and sturdy. Again, it feels very, very durable and well made. I also like the sound in games. I mean, really good. It's really, really good. And consider the fact that I only wanted an increment upgrade for my laptop speakers, I'm very satisfied with the purchase. And again, the other thing that was very important for me was the bass, and I just love it. Again, just enough warm and rounded enough, and not something that's you can feel it on your desk. Something that is enough to really feel good and really mood elevating when you're listening to music and doing other things. But of course, to know the difference, you need to compare them against other speakers. So I did it actually listening to professional YouTube channels that compare many speakers, and that's the reason I bought it. And I'm happy. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.